Hello everyone, we are back for another review, this time of the new Jedi console unit for Star Wars Legion, and we're going to make a video for each member of the Jedi Council in the box, and we're going to start with Mace Windu in this video. We're going to see his upgrade and his command cards, and also the command cards shared by all the Jedi Council. So let's get started with Mace Windu. 6 health, courage of 3, is very nice. Surging to block, red save, surging to crit, speed 2, kinda like Count Dooku over here. Really great, just good, really good stats. Jump 1, pretty nice action. Most Jedi have jump. Same for charge. Charge is great, but most Jedi have it. If you don't know what it is, charge is after making a move. If this unit gets into melee with another unit, it can make a free attack action. Until then, we're going to have Compel Core Troopers. So Compel is going to be every unit that runs 2 of him. If they are suppressed but not panicked, they can take an extra suppression, and this is going to allow them to make a move, just a move, so they can move and shoot even if they were supposed to lose an action because of their suppression, because they were suppressed. So really nice, because Stormtroopers have a pretty good, resist pretty well to suppressions. This way you're pretty sure you're not going to be bothered too much by suppressions, and you can still take another suppression because Mace Windu has courage 3, so they would need 6 suppressions to get suppressed, so it's okay. Deflect, immune pierce, 2 classical keywords. You can read the description over here, and immune pierce is just immune pierce. Those are all classical Jedi stuff. Master of the Force 1, once again classical Jedi stuff, and a new mastery, very cool one, very interesting one as well, a Weapon Mastery. So when a unit with a Weapon Mastery keyword attacks, before rolling dice, it adds 1 white attack die to the pool for each 1 token it has, to a maximum of 3. When a unit with a Weapon Mastery keyword defends, before rolling dice, it adds 1 white attack dice to the pool for each 1 token it has, to a maximum of 3. So for each wand Mace Windu has to a maximum of 3, as I read it, he will add extra dice. That is really great. He already has a pretty strong melee weapon. Yeah, he has a pretty strong melee weapon, 3 red dice, 2 black dice, and a white, which is going to be something around, I think it's most of the time going to be 4 hits, but then you're going to add tenacity. Mace Windu has a lot of upgrade slots, command slots that you can use maybe for for fire control, training slots, tenacity, maybe other stuff, and then 3 force upgrades, which is really nice because we have seen recently we have had some new slots for the upgrade, from new force upgrade recently. So Impact 2 Pierce 2 on his melee weapon, obviously classical. This would allow him with the weapon to get an average 1 extra hit, which is really nice. Honestly, 5 hits is pretty nice. Impact 2 Pierce 2 without any aim, without counting aim, so really interesting. And the same for defense, he surges to block, and this is just a really nice way, an average 3 white dices, 3 extra defense dices will block another hit, so sometimes it can really allow him not to take damages on attack. So really interesting. And he also has a small range weapon, Force Crush, that gets some pretty interesting keywords. For black dices, immobilize 1 suppressive blast. So really going to give a lot of it's really going to annoy your opponent a lot. Immobilize 1 to slow him down, and then suppressive to add extra suppressions, maybe make him panic. Can be useful if you're playing, brings them to heal. And blast to remove cover, really cool. And if he has wands, he will still get to add extra dice. So an average, this is going to be 2 hits and a half. But with the new dice, it's going to be 3 hits and a half, so you can really get to 4 hits pretty easily with this Weapon Mastery of his. Really cool, really interesting. Among the nice upgrades, the Master upgrades, can be good, I think. Oh, I know it can be interesting, but I'm not big. I don't love it. But Battle Mind can be nice. Burst of Speed could be nice, but I don't think it's worth it that much. Battle Mind is really fun though. Force Absorb, why not? Honestly, he can just Force Reflected is really nice for his guidance. He has a lot of slots and he can do lots of things thanks to the new upgrades that arrived. And I would also advise Tenacity, because since he's kind of he doesn't want to get wands, but wands are going to make him better, so his Tenacity is going to make him even better, and wands will make him pretty scary. And then command cards. We can start by his special command card. This party's over. An amazing command card. So when he's issued an order with this card, he can suffer from 1 to 3 rounds. I think if he never took a single one, I could advise taking like probably 2 ones. 2 ones would be fine, because you still keep 4 health, but you add 2 extra dices and tenacity. But anyway, this one, when Mace Windu would use the Vibe and Mastery keyword while he's engaged, so it's not when you're shooting at somebody or when you're being shot at, but it's still really cool. He adds red attack or defense dice instead of white attack or defense dice, and this is incredible because this means you can add up to 3 red attack dices or 3 red defense dices, and this allows him to make amazing rolls. It's just incredible. It's more than twice better than white dices. Really interesting, and defense dices are twice better. So this allows him to really, on this round, he might take a few mages, like you might want to give him 2 or 3 ones, but he can really parry everything. He can parry also Makashi Mastery. He can get lots of the mages on your opponent. If you just stack bonuses, he can be very scary. You can have 3 red dices, normal. Then you can turn your 2 black dice into 2 red dices thanks to the Battle Mind upgrade. And then you can add 3 red dices thanks to the special card. And then you can add an extra red dice from Tenacity, which means you will be rolling 9 dices, starting screen, but like 8 red dices. Really scary for your opponent. And since they're surging, it's amazingly good. Only the 8 red dice are going, like, you're going to get 7 to 8 hits on average, and that is really powerful when you're dueling another Force user or a Mandalorian. Easy kills, like it can really get you easy kills and allow him to clutch sometimes. Now, Wisdom of the Council, it is kind of hard to read on the screen, so I'm going to read it. At the start of the next activation phase, roll 5 red attack dice for each crit and surge result rolled. Issue an order to an allied Republic unit that does not have a face-up order to. For each hit result rolled, 1 allied unit may remove 1 special token, and for each blank result rolled, 1 allied unit may gain a name or a dodge. So, you're going to give an order to a commander or an operative, and that is really nice. Why? Because we're going to see it when we make the other reviews. I think I'm going to make 1 per week, and each time we'll see a different Jedi. And although Mace Windu already has 1 pip, the rest of the Jedi Council don't have 1 pips. They have 3 pips or 2 pips, or they can have a 2 pip as well, but they don't have 1 pip. So this replaces it very efficiently, because, well, first of all, it's a 1 pip that gives an order to the commander or operative in particular, which is always great. And then you have a really fun power, which is going to be rolling 5 red attack dice, and if you get a crit or a surge, so most of the time you're going to get 1. On average you're going to get like maybe 1. So you can give an extra order to an allied Republic unit. So not to mercenaries, but otherwise it's a free order, so you can get 1 to 2 of them, usually, I think. Which is really cool. Yeah, you're just going to get 3 orders. And then, if you get, for each hit you get, so you're quite likely to get hits. Well, for each hit you get, You can remove suppression for 2 allied units, that is way less useful, but if you're playing demoralized against demoralized units, against overwhelmed units, against Count Dooku, or the General Grievous, or Darth Vader, it can be really, really nice. And it's at the start of the activation phase, so I believe most command card effects, those that give suppressions, will already have activated, so you can just remove a few suppression from all your key units to get a better activation phase. And then, finally, for each blank result rolled, you can gain a name or a dodge to an allied unit. That is very nice as well. You're not going to get a lot of blanks, obviously, but it can be a really interesting way, I think, to just not only to give an order to activate quickly a key unit in the game, a key operative, key commander that is going to get very important damages, and maybe take control of the points or kill marked target units or whatever. And as well, it is also a nice way to get small bonuses over all your army, so you have one bit that still helps the rest of your army and not only the units that he issued an order with it, and that is really, really cool. And finally, which I don't like, command cards I really don't like, a disturbance in the force. 2 units, 2 big. This one, while a unit issued an order with its card has a face-up order token, it has Danger Sense 1 and Indomitable, which is okay, I guess. I mean, Danger Sense 1 is pretty nice. There is a unit in the army, a Jedi, that already has Danger Sense 1, so when he's fighting against like an enemy that gives him a lot of suppressions, he's going to get Danger Sense 2, which can be a pretty good, pretty efficient way maybe to counter those suppressions. And then Indomitable, which is really nice because it is really helpful to deal with the suppressions. So that's okay, but what I don't really find interesting until the end of the round, when an allied unit with 1 or more force upgrade slots stand or loses a standby token this round, after the effect is resolved, that unit gains 1 name or 1 dodge token, and that is something I find very, very weird. Like, you don't have any way to give, like, you don't have ways to give standbys. You don't have way to give standbys, and so if you take a standby during your activation, it means the aim is useless. Really, really weird. I don't know. I just don't get the point of this main card. What is the thing with the standbys? I just don't get it. So, what I'd say is, if you're playing Jedi Council, this is just a better push. So if you're going to be playing push, just play this instead. But I don't see the point. I don't really get like how this is interesting and good. So by thinking about it, I think Danger Sense 1 and Indomitable can be useful, and it's still pretty much better than just a normal push, but I don't think it's amazing either. And finally, Mace Windu has an upgrade version, as all Jedi have, or all Council Jedi have. So, 35 points, that is really a lot. But it's still less expensive than 5, or it is as expensive as Ashoka Tano. 5 has the same health, he gives charge and coordinate, and pretty good dices, and Ashoka gives block, charge, and independent dodge. And then some really nice dices, critical 1 impact to PS1. Mace Windu also gives some pretty nice keywords, immune melee pierce, which is really cool. Not all Jedi's give it. 2 health, really cool. Compel, Core Trooper, why not, I think? It's pretty nice. And then 2 red dices and 2 black dices, impact 2 PS1, so very nice dices. And that might be the main reason why you want to take it. And I think, just don't take it on clones, obviously on clone infantry, because clone units, they don't have charge. But I think on unit of ARC troopers, it's 105 points, 125 points if you had a medic, but it could allow you to roll 12 black dices, 2 red dices into melee, with immune melee pierce, with tactical 1, with scout 2, with charge, with scale, and as well with a 2 health miniature. So in total you would have 7 health, a medic that can bring you back 1 health, so it can be a pretty scary arc trooper unit that just moves onto the board and jumps on you, on your opponent, and destroys quite a lot of units. And then there is the compel that is pretty good, I'd say. It's honestly like not bad, although I'm not sure it is amazing. But yeah, it's still a really good thing. With the tactical one, it can be very devastating. So that is all for Mace Windu. I really love this guy. I'm really happy they added him into the game, obviously, and that's all for Mace Windu. Next week we will make a video about probably Kiadimundi, so you can obviously like and subscribe if you don't want to miss it. And that is all for today. Hope you like this video. If you also like this video, you can like and subscribe, and have a good day.